when we talk about action, that takes a lot of time, and we have seen that even with climate action, if you see, we started the negotiations in 1992, but even today we are languishing well behind all the targets and all the goals that were set even within the Kyoto Protocol, right? So when we talk about, say, local governments and also national governments acting on climate, of course, emergency preparedness, early warning systems, even India talked about having more climate finance being directed to loss and damage, because heat waves are unavoidable now. You cannot avoid them. So if you have unavoidable disasters, how do you deal with them? And this is not a problem that was created by the developing world in the first place. So obviously the industrialized countries need to step in and start mitigating as urgently as possible. That needs to be the first step, to actually put in place a certain amount of trust in the entire policy arena of climate change for developing countries to follow suit, because obviously the developing countries also need to do something, right? So adaptation plans are important. Emergency plans like heat health action plans, for example, Ahmedabad, for instance, is the first Asian city to have a heat health action plan. Similarly, other cities in India are following suit. I'm sure it's the same in Europe as well. As these heat waves become more and more common, and you have more deaths and more damages and more economic losses, this is going to become a major problem. And yeah, cities in particular, which have this characteristic of urban heat island, right, where you have more concrete and more infrastructure, which traps more heat and creates this effect of, and where there are less amount of trees, for instance, it creates more and more heat entrapment.